Your attention, please. Well, my name is Yash Gupta. I'm the president and CEO of CloudGen. We'll be talking about both from a business perspective and technical perspective, why and how to conduct a health check. So I'll be talking about the why, and the Slim will be talking about technical and how you can do that. So let's draw a parallel with a physical health check. We periodically go to a doctor to get the health check done. First thing they do is have you fill out a form, look for any irregularities, they take your vitals, and then order a set of lab results, right? So right here, once the tests come back, they may come back in the short term might be, okay, you got to take the medication, so there may be something they can fix right away, and the long term might be, maybe you got to do dieting, or maybe you got to do health, exercise, or they will come up with a long-term plan for you, right? So that is the same thing. Why you need the same thing for Snowflake, because your environment, like a health, every day it's changing. Now, some of the things from a business perspective, right? So these are some of the reasons. I'm going to pick up a few of them. The first one is there's no built-in health check in Snowflake. So when we heard Snowflake is adding a lot of features. It's a wonderful platform to have, but once you start using it and how you are using it, that's the critical thing. How you are using it, you need to make sure you're running the health check of your Snowflake. Otherwise you're going to see your costs are going to be dynamic, right? They're going to go up, they're going to go down, and it's all going to depend upon how you're using it. And I'm sure majority of you might have seen that. Another thing it could be is, you could have misconfiguration, which might result in, it could be you have lack of awareness of, because Snowflake is giving you the features to make your life more convenient every single day, and you heard a lot of them in the last 2 days, right? Now let's talk about from the technical perspective. Most of you might have seen is the cost optimization these days is a big topic, and your cloud spend is going up, and you don't know where and how do I bring it down, right? So it's the unnecessary spend. You don't mind spending on the cloud, but you should be spending as much it should be, right? Not the overspending. It should catch any misconfigurations. That's why health check is important. Another one is assessments. So with the cloud, everything you do in a developer, for production support, for anything else, what you're doing is everything you're doing it in a cloud. You need an assessment kind of a liked culture. You wanted that to change. You wanted to make sure is every time you're doing something, you're assessing your environment on an ongoing basis, making sure that it's optimized, right? And that is the best way to get the Snowflake ROI, right? Because you move to the Snowflake because it's a technology which has evolved. Which has been introduced, after 2 decades, and this wonderful platform to have. And you want to get the max use of it is. And one of the things you're going to discover from the business perspective is when you fill out a form, right? We bring it to you saying, how are you using your Snowflake environment? Okay, maybe there are other things you can do to generate more revenue generating features and other capabilities, bring it to your attention, so where you can prioritize and saying it makes sense to you. So that's why the health check is important. Now I'm going to turn over to Slim, who is going to show you how easy it is to do a health check, both from a business and technical.
You need to tell him to switch on. Yeah, hello everybody. My name is Slim Baltaji. I'm CTO of CloudGen, and I will be talking now in this section and showing a short demo about how do we conduct Snowflake health checks. So as Yash mentioned, for the physical health check, we go through this process: needs, symptoms, diagnostic, treatment plan. So we do the same, but what's inside is different, as we can see. So starting with the needs, right? See, this is real customer, this is real needs and real challenges. But I would like to ask the audience, anybody, for example, have a similar problem to the first one when people migrated to Snowflake from Teradata and then they started seeing some overspending. Or in general, anybody have any concern about, or they are happy with the way they are spending or consuming Snowflake? Yes, no? Nobody. It looks
No,
like
there are
everybody. Oh, there
hands
is
up.
few. Okay, because maybe I need to wear my glasses. Okay, so yeah, this was an example, right? The same thing applies. We don't focus only on the spending, but as you can see here, this is Fortune 500 transportation company, and they adopted Snowflake. And their main use case is about analytics. They were eager to jump to the platform and start putting their data, analyzing it. And then they asked for the rescue because they have challenges with their security, because everybody was an admin. I don't want actually to say who, actually, what company. And that's Fortune 500 multi-billion dollar company. System, business perspective. So here, what's unique about our approach, we talk about the business and the technology. Because if there is no alignment between the two, there will be failure. That's, I tell you, I'm a technology guy, but if everything is led, I'm sorry for the technical people, by the technology only, this is a recipe for failure. Because you need the harmony, you need to be aligned with the business. Yeah, so that's how it is. So, and we address here this type of concerns, such as, for example, the people. Actually, we are using a framework here that we evolved and we extended. Usually when you go through a transformational process, you focus on the people, process, and technology. We added the aspect of data because in the context of Snowflake, so there is a paper since 1967, I personally extended this methodology. So here, if we talk about the technical perspective, this is some of them, not all of them, not exhaustively. So we track things. See, we are doing the parallel with the physical health check. So when you, the first thing that they do, they give you a questionnaire. They want to check if you have any history, family history, any current things now needs. So that's exactly what we do. So our approach is we go after the symptoms and the diagnosis. It's not about charts, it's not about a meeting, it's not about talk. So here, for example, we go after slow performance of query. We go after symptoms of overspending. We actually track failure. Is it failure of a query, failure of a task, failure? Yeah, so that's how we do it. We go also against complexity here. So the next thing is, once you identify, we still have time. Once we identify the symptoms, we go to diagnostic. Again, similar to a physical health check. So what we do here, see here, a 50 points check, this is an example. Actually, our standard one is over 100 checks. It's not about the quantity, but obviously it's about being exhausted. But if somebody approached us and said, you know what, our concern is only about the performance. We have almost, I'm making it up, unlimited budget. We want things to be like a Ferrari. So we do a health check where we focus on the performance only. Our approach is we take it from different categories, but if there is an urgent need to make things much faster, we help. We do things as automated as we can. We offer this in many ways as we can, I will see later. So now when it comes to treatment plan, similar also again to a physical health check, that's the parallel we are doing. So we analyze actually as we do it in both ways. We have questionnaire which the executive, both the business and technology, answer them, and we customize them to their needs. And also we, as an output, what we deliver, PDF, we see it in the moment, with a NADI score and summary. What's a NADI score is basically gives you a score about the health. So next time we can compare with previous score, and we store always, we don't delete anything. So if you would like to see how well your team is progressing towards fixing the issue, the symptoms, I would say it this way, that we uncovered, we help you. Now comes the thing, we are software as a service. So what does it mean? We have a product, but we deliver it as a software as a service for the convenience. But what we note actually from the trenches that sometimes people, they say, you know what, this health check report is great, it shows us a lot of things. Actually, I'm sorry to say it this way, it's showing some dirty laundry, right? Yeah, which was hidden, there was no transparency before. So we help them even actually handle this with the developer, with the architect, because our goal is that people do an assessment, that's the culture that we advocate, and be successful. So sometimes they ask us, we have enough bright people specialized in Snowflake, who can now act on our recommendation. Sometimes they tell us, you know what, can we do it half-half? So we do the implementation, but you guide us. Sometimes, especially from cost perspective. And the other thing, some of the company that we saw, they will tell us, we want you to take care of this one, and it becomes almost a managed service. So we saw this with many of the smaller size company who doesn't have this expertise and want to act fast. So let me now show a demo. Yeah, the first thing that I will show, we are switching, my friend. Here we go. So this is nadilytics.com. Nadi is in Sanskrit means pulse. When you go to do physical health check, yeah, they take the pulse, vital signs, and they do other stuff. So it started it thanks to Yash actually. So this is aligned with the culture also. And the Lytics is part of analytics because that's where we shine, that's where we can help you go deep. I personally, not saying myself, I'm one of the super data heroes. So it's 48 people who are highly specialized, highly special. I'm saying hi to my fellow super data hero who are actually encouraging me and a good number actually. So yeah, so big shout to this guy. Their goal is to help the community. So the thing is, this is Nadilytics. Now, obviously we have a ton of feature. We don't only do a health check, right? That's one of the things that we deliver. So if you see here, one thing actually, we are flexible enough. If somebody say, you know what, we are not ready yet to go with all your offerings because we offer many things. All are focusing on Snowflake. All we care about is a health check. So we do find you can just, it's kind of like almost pizza by the slice, right? Or try before you buy, right? They are interested in only the health check. They can have access to it through this one. Simply you start this process. All we ask, business email, obviously we need to filter somehow. The organization, the Snowflake edition, is it a standard, is it enterprise, business critical? And you click that button, sign up. We follow with you immediately. We tell you what's next process. When it comes to onboarding you, let me show you here, because many people asked me already, so how it works. Yeah, so how it works, I will say it in a minute. So all we do, we give you a simple script, few lines of code. We ask you as an account admin, execute this one to give a special access to only one role, one user, one dedicated warehouse. This takes 2 minutes, I'm not kidding. That's it, you are onboarded in 2 minutes, under 2 minutes actually. Sometimes it's how fast you execute the script. So that's about it, nothing else. Do you need any write access? No. All we do is we read the metadata, nothing else. So as you know, Snowflake account comes by default with the share, which calls Snowflake. We ask politely, obviously, please give us access as a read only, and obviously that's how it works. That's it, nothing else. Is there anything we ask you about? No, just now to be able to connect you to your Snowflake, that's what we do. Now the other thing that we do let me drink some water. Obviously, so this is offer in two ways, right? If somebody like this guy, a demo prospect, obviously we cannot actually show you, prospect. Yeah, here. So this account, so this is Mr. Yash sitting next to me. I know people don't want actually to take risks showing things live. I know what I'm doing here, taking a major risk. Here we go. Oh, thanks God we were able to log in. Okay, this is first thing, right? Yeah, so the second thing is that you see here, we provide things as stories. We came with the concept of a story. We don't talk about the dashboard, but more a story which comes with other things. We come with the scenarios. We come with the diagnosis. Diagnosis as if the doctor, right? Somebody will come and say, you know what, guys, we are seeing spikes in one specific thing, auto clustering. Can you help us? So we will say, you know what, let's check first if that table is worth clustering. If your key that you picked is the right one. So we have a series, a battery of things, and we help them actually with the recommendation. So collaboration, this is unique about our tool. We allow people, once they have this recommendation, the things actually that they need to fix, they can collaborate within the app. So they just do something and then start, so it's all built in. So you don't need to go outside of Analytics, you collaborate within. The other thing now, as an admin, this guy will go to reports. As you can see now here, we are showing you only 2, but we have over 20 type of reports that we do, such as, for example, you receive your bill at the end of the month, and you just hit analyze my bill, and we will actually read it, basically scan it, and then come with another sophisticated report, which actually much more, actually showing you much more details. Then here, for example, somebody, a user, see here we run a report maybe 1 hour ago or something, and it shows that it's ready. So we have the option to generate a report now, or to schedule it, or to delegate to somebody. Because here, obviously we give the power to an admin, but admin is not Snowflake admin, it's admin within Analytics. But he can delegate this to other people. And we have a sophisticated actually hierarchy. You can organize by group, by business, by technical, you name it. So it's built in. And so the thing here now, enough talking about Analytics. Now I will close this one and we show. Remember, we take this from 2 approaches, right? The business one and also the technical one. For the business one, they fill a questionnaire and this is what they get. Your NADI score from business perspective, in this case 52.5 out of 100, right, 52%. So as I said, we assess different aspects, the data, the people, the process, technology. For example, people might have a problem with actually, the people aspect might have a problem, for example, finding the people with the right skills or helping people and learn. I give you a quick example. If you are coming from the Teradata world, if you do select star, for example, it's you are not punished, right? And nobody see it. But in Snowflake, if you do select star, this means additional cost because it need to boil the ocean, get everything. While at the end, for output, you only need actually only one thing. Let me show you now the other aspect of the report, the health check. So this one, I see more time. Let me start with one actually. So here we go. So I want actually to show you this one. This is an exam that comes as part of the report. It shows some forecasting, usage, and billing. So what it shows you here, automatically, we as input, we have your amount that you contracted in a month, and we say, okay, this is how much you are consuming every single day. And also we predict how much you'll be consuming in the future. So this is doing 2 things. First, it's seeing spikes. You see one spike, right? So the recommendation, we ask to act on this one, and we help them figure out why there is that spike. It can be coming from different reasons, right? Misuse of a warehouse or a query running for a long time, you name it. And then the other thing we predict, right? So the one in green is forecast. So see, don't think about this as a chart, right? It's not like we took the dashboard and we put it in the PDF, no. Because here, when you see actually underneath it, you see the interpretation which is built in. So this is, we won't see this anywhere else. So this is very unique to Analytics. When we do the diagnosis, it comes with a built-in interpretation. And then also the way how to, the best practice and all the other things. Let me show you here. You are seeing everybody talking about spending. It's a hot topic, right? I won't say another word here, we are a mixed audience. So here, so you see the category here. The inspection, the activity, the usage and cost, the performance, the security. Because when we say inspection, this means, for example, you inspect your setup. Maybe you have misconfiguration right from the beginning. We don't need to go to the cost because that will be a root cause of things that needs to be tweaked. Because as you know, there is actually 64 parameters that you can tune in Snowflake. I will repeat it one more time. There is 64 parameters because people are under the impression that they just load their data in the query. So we are talking about. So here we go. So that's the things. What you did not see here, is the score similar to what you saw in the business and also the recommendation. So the next step is we show you in another report all these recommendations. And now if you go back to that slide that you show, right? So can we go back to the slides, or I can show it from here, actually here, because I have only 1 minute left. So do you see my slide? Yes, no? Here we go. So I have 12 seconds. I wish we have time for question. I'm available just cross next to the Snow Pro, right? Whatever you call booth or stand or whatever you call it. The first 10 people who will stand and give us this secret word Nadi, right? Which is pulse. We'll have the free health check. We are not kidding. We will do a free health check for your Snowflake. You will pay thousands and thousands of dollars elsewhere. You will get it for free. You have my word. So that's about it. This is my contact. You can take a picture, feel free. That's my phone, and we'll be very happy to answer your question. And that's my email, sbaltaj@analytics. And that's our CEO, because some of you are executives. You might like this approach of combining business and technology. Here we go. That's why we are here, to translate that it's not about technology. You need to have that alignment and harmony. Thank you all.